Coming in, flex. I just wanna win, LABB, who we running with, 2233, I'm on 10 again, State your name, been dope on flame. I just switched the lanes. Damn, he did it again. I just flipped the pain. Stripping and dipping in bass, slab on everything. Swimming, you sinking away, cause I got big racks coming. I put my low racks on it. I ain't skip past losses, I had to get back off it. See the fit lab on it until they whip my coffin. Money clip, I tossed it, I heard it's big bags on big bags on big bags coming. Coming in, flex. I just wanna win, LABB, who we running with, 2233, I'm on 10 again. Pump up the action, I'm active. If he never heard of been dope, he just napping. Jackson's off the rapping, keep it on my body, I'm broke if you ask it. Don't gotta sell him, Cialis, flawless, broken whips as long as it is foreign. Heard you want it cause the yam's enormous. What's in since she isn't gorgeous? Live my life, last name of Morgan Freeman. Trying to touch a forest, do not know when knocking on the door is. Came in, did it like the Porsches. Coming in, flex, I just wanna win, LABB, who we running with, 2233, I'm on 10 again. Okay, alright. Coming in, flex. I just wanna win, LABB, who we running with, 2233, I'm on 10. Coming in, flex. I just wanna win, LABB, who we running with, 2233, I'm on 10 again, State your name, been dope on flame. I just switched the lanes. Damn, he did it again. I just flipped the pain. Stripping and dipping in bass, slab on everything. Swimming, you sinking away, cause I got big racks coming. I put my low racks on it. I ain't skip past losses, I had to get back off it. See the fit lab on it until they whip my coffin. Money clip, I tossed it, I heard it's big bags on big bags on big bags coming. Coming in, flex. I just wanna win, LABB, who we running with, 2233, I'm on 10 again. Pump up the action, I'm active. If he never heard of been dope, he just napping. Jackson's off the rapping, keep it on my body, I'm broke if you ask it. Don't gotta sell him, Cialis, flawless, broken whips as long as it is foreign. Heard you want it cause the yam's enormous. What's in since she isn't gorgeous? Live my life, last name of Morgan Freeman. Trying to touch a forest, do not know when knocking on the door is. Came in, did it like the Porsches. Coming in, flex. I just wanna win, LABB, who we running with, 2233, I'm on 10 again. Okay, alright. Coming in, flex. I just wanna win, LABB, who we running with, 2233, I'm on 10.
What's good?
What's going on, fellas, man? Another special week, man. I hope y'all week been going phenomenal.
Yes, indeed.
What's up?
We got a special guest today, man. Who
I'm ready to get it. I'm excited that y'all invited me to be on here. That print and internet money, that's my thing. You feel me? So anytime I get to come talk about that with the good fellas, I'm always down for that.
Absolutely.
Hey, let's get it.
Listen,
y'all.
I know how to print some internet money for sure.
Go ahead, B.
Nah, go ahead, do the introduction, man. It's only right that Byron do the introduction, man. What's going on? What we got here, man?
So listen, without further ado, when I tell you this, one of the most solid brothers in any industry, one of the most genuine. Literally, I've been able to see this guy's journey, man, probably since I want to say about 2016, 2017, when I started seeing him pop up on the internet, and to even have the blessing to meet him, in person, to be like, yo, this brother right here is the truth, full of knowledge, the most disciplined, the most hungry, humble beast that's out there in these internet streets, man. Without further ado, man, I got to give it up to my man, Oneil Davis.
What's good, family? I'm super excited to be here, man. I want to say thank you to y'all good brothers for bringing me on the platform. I'm ready to just drop some keys and just get it, man. I don't think there's a greater time in the world than right now to be able to make money with real estate, make money with online, anything. Now is the time. So I'm excited to break down the game. Let's get it.
Awesome.
Hey,
awesome.
Let's go. I'm trying to make a lot of internet money in 2021.
Absolutely.
It's only right, bro.
It's only right. It's only right. Yeah, man. So I guess what we're gonna do, man, we're gonna go ahead and let you introduce yourself to the audience, Neo, for the ones who don't know or the ones who are getting reacquainted. Just give them a little brief introduction of your story, what that journey has been for you, and where you at now.
Got it. So I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I've been a full-time entrepreneur for the last 14 years. And I operate with one statement that actually got me to this point. I always like to share, and hopefully it can resonate with some people and something that they can use, right? And it has to work, or it has to work. And I need people to internalize that statement and what it means, because as an entrepreneur, there's going to be things that come up that's going to stop you. There's going to be people who say things that try to stop you. There's going to be a whole lot in your path. But for me, I understand that it has to work, or it has to work. So quickly, I don't want to go long in my story, but my dad been in jail since I was 2, recently died there. I got kicked out of high school, kicked out of college, fired from 10 jobs, right? So if you look at me based on statistics, I should be dead. I should be in jail. They told me I wouldn't amount to anything. They told me I would be my father's cellmate. They told me I would be out here just wild. And they told me I would never be anything, right? And the thing that I always tell people you never listen to they. So I've literally had 5 different businesses, from a fruit truck to junk removal to cleaning company. And the reason why I started all of them, because I didn't even know the internet existed. I didn't know you could be making money online, or I would have started from the beginning. But what those businesses did, they gave me grit. They gave me hustle. They gave me that determination. They gave me frugality. When I say frugality, money, and I want my money to grow for me. So I'm mindful of how I spend it. So in those first 5 years of entrepreneurship, it taught me all these things as we transition owning event spaces, as we transition with partnerships and other businesses, as we make money online with different products and services that we offer, right? It helped me become a better individual. So in a nutshell, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a philanthropist. We heavy on giving back. One of my other keys that I never really talk about is serve your way to success. That's another one of my secrets that we probably could dive in later. And that's just a nutshell. I'm ready to give whatever game that we can. My story isn't that great, but I just want people to understand you can come from nothing and create something for yourself. You don't have to have a degree anymore. That's not the only way. I need people to get rid of only listening to traditional advice, right? Because oftentimes we're not where we want to be in life as a culture, as a community, because we were told to follow this specific path that our parents didn't even follow. Go to college, get a good job. And there's nothing wrong with having a job, because I had one, but a lot of times they're trying to sign us up for the 40-40-40 plan. Find a good job for 40 years, work that good job for 40 hours, then retire on 40% of the income. But you can't even retire on 40% of the income because we were never financially educated on how to retire on 100%. So this is why making money on the internet is key. This is a new day in 2021. If y'all tapping in, y'all gonna know how to get this bread with real estate, event spaces, and just internet. So let's get it.
Wow.
Damn.
Hey, listen. If we was to end it right now, y'all would have had enough value.
Yo, that was crazy.
That was a lot. I enjoyed
that. I don't like to go too long in the story because we'll be here all day. I like to give people game. 2021, I'm running with this model. Like, I don't feel like people care enough about me to just want to hear how can I help you get this bread? How can I help you level up? So I'm giving people the story small, like as quickly as possible, so we could give you gems and keys.
Absolutely.
Facts. Let's get it, man.
I love it.
Man, I love it, man. Hey, Neo, so like real quick, because I know we're going to get more into the internet money. but like help us understand your transition into the internet space. I'm sorry, the event space industry, and then someone that's brand new to real estate, and tell them a little bit about the event space industry and how they can get into it.
Got it. So, overview or just like small, like, because you said we're gonna get into it. How do you want me to go right now? Just
you know what, you can go killer mode into it, bro. You can go, you can give the whole synopsis right here about the event space industry.
Got it. So, I literally stumbled upon the event space industry. So for me, oh crap, sorry. 1 second, y'all.
Oh, yeah, boy, Clubhouse.
Clubhouse going crazy.
I kind of give it to him everywhere, but hold on. I think I just did something that me can't. Yeah, hold on. Let me just end this.
Clubhouse.
I love
hey,
it.
man. Ava Davis said the energy is amazing.
Yes, indeed.
Let me just end this. So anyway, let me get to it. So, you know me, guys. I'm always trying to put my message out to as many places as I can at one time, which is another key with this internet. But so literally I got an event space because I was having all these events. And one of the premises of me having events was I was trying to like just gather a lot of people around. Like I'm constantly gathering people around. We having all these different networking events, and long story short, we kept having venue after venue. And the most expensive thing when it comes to having an event is finding you a venue to have the actual event. That's the most expensive part. Like you got to pay for the venue. And I found myself paying for venue after venue after venue. And as I continued to pay, I realized that the owner was never there. I realized that all we essentially were doing was paying to go in somebody's empty space. And not only just paying them, they also wanted a bar minimum and a food minimum. And they was doing this repeatedly. And at the end of the event, there's a lot of people that have events and you realize like, yo, we had this dope event. We had all this happen and I didn't make no money. And that's the common amongst people having vision board parties. They're having all these different type of events. The commonality is that you actually end up not really making any money. But who was making money no matter what was the owner of the venue. Whether one person came to my event or 10 people, that man was already paid. Whether my event was a smash hit or whether it was a failure, that man was already paid. And I started to see this happen over and over and over again. So one of the things I mentioned to you guys that I rarely talk about, we got a nonprofit called the Nehemiah Davis Foundation. We've been feeding the homeless and providing for years, for 13 years now. So every year we bus in hundreds of youth. We take them skiing, specifically African-American kids. They never been skiing, so we take them there. They get to see mansions on their ride up and just allow them to do something different. August, we provide 1,000 fully stuffed book bags for the kids, moon bounces, clowns, characters, the works. November, we bust in 300 to 500 homeless people, provide them with warm meals, haircuts, coats, everything. And our biggest event of the year, which costs about 15 grand, is our Christmas event. We give 1,000 kids brand new toys. 100 of those kids get brand new bikes. It's just the works. But this particular year, we didn't have no money to have. We didn't have just 15,000. Like, yo, let's go ahead and do it. So I said, yo, let me have a fundraiser. So as I went to go have a fundraiser, I'm like, man, we can't use this other venue because they're going to eat up most of the profits from the money we raised. So we found this smaller venue called the Urban Art Gallery. This gentleman allowed us to use this event for $100. So we used his venue. It ended up being a massive success. So I started getting all these calls. Hey, man, it literally was like January 4th because we had the event every year, December 24th, the day before Christmas. Last year was the only year we haven't did it because of the pandemic. So what happened was they called me like, yo, Neil, I was at your venue, bro. I wanted to see if it's available for X. I'm like, sorry, it ain't my venue. Hey, Neil, I was at your event. Can I use it for an art show? Sorry, it ain't my venue. So I started getting these calls repeatedly, and I realized like it wasn't my venue. So now I got the next call. Hey, Neil, I want to see if I can use your venue. I'm like, hold on 1 second. I picked up my other phone. I called the owner of the venue like, yo, I got somebody interested on using the venue for this date. Is it available? He's like, yeah, send them down. So now for the next year straight, I did that all the time. Every call, I would call him, see if it's available. I send him down to open house. So in that first year, and that's my mentor. He's like a father to me. We talk every day now. I was getting that venue booked so much. I took the Instagram following up to 10K followers. I was having mad people there. People thought it was mine essentially because I was from West Philly. And someone said, Nehemiah, you ever thought about getting your own venue? And side note, guys, every business that I started to this day, every business has just been a suggestion. Hey, you ever thought about this? Literally every business, someone said, hey, you ever thought about this? Or I saw it. And I said, no, I didn't think about it. What should I do? And here's the turning point, guys. I didn't know about Section 8. I didn't really have no mentors in real estate early on. So I had rental properties and I kept getting burnt over and over and over again. This is the part of the story I didn't get the chance to tell. I kept getting burnt over and over again. So I was burnt so many times that I was discouraged. I spent about 10, 20 grand on refixing the same properties over because I kept getting burnt. So I still had the rental property and then I still had the potential of getting an event space. So every time I do something, I ask myself, what are the pros and cons of each? So I wrote event space on one side. I wrote rental property on one side. I went event space, one gas bill, rental property, one gas bill. Event space, one electric bill, rental property, one electric bill. Event space, one insurance bill, home, one insurance bill. Event space, I can have 5 to 10 people rent my location every single month, give me $700 to $1,000. Home, I can get one person to pay me every single month, but I gotta hope, I gotta wish, I gotta pray that this person is going to pay me. Event space, I am paid 2 to 3 weeks before that person even walks in my door. Wow. And if they don't pay, you don't walk in the door. Event space, they're in my crib and there ain't nothing you can do, and you really not getting nobody out right now during the pandemic. It ain't nothing you can say. Court systems are shut down. People literally over this last 6 months, they've been living rent free, and most landlords can't do nothing about it. Absolutely. Event space, yo, you don't pay me, you're not getting in. You don't even get a key to the spot. So in that very moment, I did my comparison. I said, yo, event space it is. So that was just to give you, and I felt like that was long and drawn out, but I want people to understand. I stumbled upon it, but once I start having all the events, I did it. And for me, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. One of my other reasons is we start generating money so fast with the event space. We average anywhere from 500 when we started to 700 per event. We're doing an event on Friday. We're doing 2 events on Saturday. We're doing 1 to 2 events on Sunday. And you got to think, I was making $700 gross on that investment property at the time. I was making $600 gross on the other ones. And that was for 30 days. I am making this in 6 hours. So I'm turning over the event so fast. This is how I can make 7 to 15 grand a month from one location profit. So I got spoiled on churches. We put churches in our venue on our dead hours on Sundays. Wow. So no one is Sunday. It's Sunday right now. Y'all going to wake up at 9, 10, 11, whatever time you wake up, because we get money on the internet and do all the different things. So you get to do what you want. But on the average, everybody on Sunday, what are you doing? You're possibly going to church, or you're doing nothing before 12 a.m. unless you're 12 p.m. unless you're going to go to brunch. We're selling that slot to a church who pays us residually anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 a month. My overhead on one of my locations is $1,900. My overhead on the other one is $2,400. One church at the other location gives me $1,500. The other church at my smaller location gives me $1,000. So now 75% of your overhead is taken care of. This is your long-term tenant. Now you go ahead and you do 1 or 2 events a month. Now you can have a business pop-up shop where you invite 10 different small business owners. They all pay $100 for a table, and now that's another grand you make in a month. You take it another step forward. Right now, art is big. Art is big. Like, people are starting to learn what art is and how profitable it is. You go ahead and partner with artists in your city, and you have 4 artists give you $250 each, which is another stack. Or you can do a deal with an artist. Yo, we're going to split this 50-50 rev share, whatever. So I'm not going to charge you for a spot. So now I just showed you 3 ways to go ahead and make 3-4 grand a month guaranteed before you even have any other events. So for me, every event that I have after my church paid me and one of these other people pay me, we even got somebody on who they stopped because of a pandemic, but Herbalife pays us. They use the location 3 Thursdays out of the month, a stack. So one of my locations, I get $2,500 from people. My venue is free. Every other event I have is free money. $700, $800 a stack, $1,500, and this is repeatedly. So one of the things is when you find your location, and let me break this thing down. And I haven't really talked about, I haven't done a workshop in a while. I've actually stopped for a minute. But here's the thing right now, I'm telling people, now is really the time to get in. I personally believe that the world is going to open back up. I just moved to Atlanta. It's just wide open. So Atlanta is
that's crazy.
Happening in Atlanta. Like, our locations in Philly are opening up in like 3 days on the 15th or something. We were closed for like a month. But here's the thing, right? Right now, with the commercial real estate industry, how things are going right now, most people don't know what to do with a commercial space. A lot of the commercial landlords, they're literally suffering right now, trying to figure out how they're going to pay because all of their clothing store tenant left. These various tenants are closing down and no longer paying. So now they still got to pay a mortgage. They still got a note on that building, right? So now a lot of my mentees are getting venues. Now they have the opportunity to negotiate the rents. They got it. And prior, when I got my spot, y'all, and let me be very clear, I teach people how to lease it because most people credit ain't in order. There's a lot of things that stop people from buying a commercial building, which generally is a conventional loan, which is 20% down. Most people don't have it. So the quickest way that I teach people is how to go lease it because you can go get in there very quickly, right? So again, one of the things that I've noticed right now, we're able to negotiate with our landlords. We're able to say, hey man, instead of X amount of money, if they want $2,500, they taking $2,000 right now. Some people want 17, they're taking 13. Why? Because they like,
just want that cash flow.
Yeah, I'd rather get something right now than nothing. And then we take it a step further. Now we putting in the pandemic clauses in there. If something go wrong, we can get up out of that lease now. So now you're not even holding yourself liable if something does go wrong.
Tell me this, Neo. Somebody, Yaya just asked the question. She wants to know how much money you put in. How much money you put in to get in this space?
Yeah, so my first, and you know what's so crazy, B, when I used to heavily do my workshop, I never shared the amount of money that I put in to start the space because oftentimes I felt like that would discourage people, right? But then I'm like, yo, when I really think about it, how much it costs you to get a single family home anywhere in America, minimum, that's already running? Probably $30,000. I'm talking about you are getting lucky. That's probably Detroit, maybe Cleveland. You might could go get you a crib for 30, right? That's gonna average real estate investor. They're making about $300 a door on average, depends on the investor or whatever. So my first venue cost me $18,000. That was including everything: first month, last month, security, me fixing it up, the permits, everything. It cost me $18,000. My second one cost me $24,000. All in, and that includes everything. And I spent probably $3-4 more than I should have spent on the first one because I was so anxious. This was 5 years ago. I didn't want to risk losing the space. So I did a whole lot of things that now I would be requiring the landlord to do those things that I ended up doing myself because now I know better. So $18,000, and you got to really look at the math like this. If you're paying $18,000 for a location, think about this after your first 3 months, because that's the goal to get it booked up, that you're never going to go back in your pocket again, meaning everything is going to be paid for every single month. So your $18,000, if you're averaging $5 to $10,000 a month profit, you're able to pay this location off in 3 months. And for those who don't have the credit, you can go ahead and get you a Navy Federal card, right? Navy Federal right now they're pretty lenient with like credits. Like one of the cards I suggest is the platinum card. That's one that I got. You could simply call Navy Federal right now, let them know that you had a grandpop or a grandmom who served in the Army. You don't have their paperwork. They're not going to ask, and they're going to give you an account. You then, on that same call, you apply for a Navy Federal personal card. For me, I think they gave me like 18 racks or something like that. So just right there, and it's 0% interest for your first year. So right there, I was able to, essentially, I can go ahead and pay for my whole first invest. I could pay for my whole venue with an actual credit card and pay it back over the year and still get out of that 0% interest because I'll pay this off in 1 year. So again, I had people who paid $30-40 for a space. I got people getting out of them for 5, 8, 9. So it really depends on your city. It really depends what's required. It's not like a straight answer for everyone because it all depends.
Wow. So
bars,
yeah, man, you're dropping it tonight, man.
And you get the reward points. Don't forget that.
Yeah, and I got a whole bunch of different cards at Chase. I got a whole bunch of cards.
Hey, so Ava was asking, so can you name some of the things that you'll have the landlord cover? So what are some of the things? Do you have anything that the landlord cover? How does that typically work for you?
You want them to cover HVAC because you know that's an expensive thing. So let me be clear with y'all, man. The last 5 years in my venue, smaller venue, maintenance, I'm trying to think how much I might have spent on maintenance in the last 5 years. Because what you got to understand is, listen, y'all, people are only coming into your locations on the weekends and in the weekdays or whatever it depends on. The biggest wear and tear on your venues is them flushing your toilet. You having a leaky toilet, or you having an issue with your HVAC or your heating. So those are your biggest issues. And if your landlord is fixing your HVAC or heating, you're cool. But one of the things that your other expense, which is small, is every 3 months you're going to have to paint from people rubbing their butts and stuff on the darn wall. But I would say you get to cover the HVAC 100%. You want them to cover anything mechanical in that building that can go down. Anything that happens in our location on my first one, I call them. And just be like, yo, this is out. And a lot of little small problems, I just go get fixed myself because I don't be having time. But I've literally probably $1,000 in maintenance in the last 5 years on my smaller venue at best.
Wow.
Damn. That's way better than rental.
So tell me this. So just in general, what would you say if you could give a newbie some advice that's wanting to go into the event space, right?
Yeah.
And they want to go into the event space. They got a little money that they've saved up, right? What are some of the steps you would say would be for that person, and how much profit will they make typically?
Yeah. So again, the profit depends on your hustle. I tell people all this all the time, man. You got to get good at marketing in anything. I tell people there's a lot of people on here right now in general. They have amazing businesses, but nobody know who they are and what they do because they're not getting themselves out there. So you got to market. So one of my strategies that I give people is give your gift away. So in our first 30 to 90 days, I'm telling you to do as many free events as you humanly can do. Because what happens is when you're doing these free events, every event that I have in my venue, I'm getting 1 to 5 people to rebook with me. And this goes in these different ways. Normally, the person who booked the event, they'll come back at some point in time. Normally, a person who booked the event, one of their guests is going to call them and ask for my information about the venue, right? One of their guests are going to just book at some point. One of their guests are going to tell somebody else about it and they're going to get it. So just say if you do 30 to 60 events, just say 50 events over 90 days, you just secure you 50 guaranteed bookings for the next year, technically. Wow. Now, here's the spot about it. One of the things you want to do, your data is king. Now, for me, I tell people when you're starting off, you need to be in that venue. Everybody who walks in that door and walks out, you walking in the door, I got you signing something. Mm-hmm. Now, generally, it's required. If I'm giving you a free event, put in the stipulation that I need to get the email list and the numbers of everybody who walks through the door. So if you got a registration list, you got to get that to me.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Then when they're walking out, I'm handing them a flyer. Hey, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the venue. If I can help you or be an assistant, your next event is 25% off. So now just think the average event, you got 30 to 100 people coming to each venue. And let's just say you just had 100. Let's just say 50 people. I don't know what 50 times 50 is. It's probably like, is that like, what's that, 1,000 or something? Or 2,500?
we calculated kids.
2,500. You hit it.
2,500?
Yeah, you hit it.
We calculated kids, man.
Yeah, I had 2,500 people just walk to my door who are potential marketers. I mean, they're marketers for me. They don't know they're marketers, but they're going to come back. So that's the first thing. Give your gift away. And guys, that's how I got all of my churches. From somebody coming to a free event and like, yo, you think I could do it there? Like, you think hey, let's talk about me hosting church here. And one of my other strategies is this. Yo, I'll go put a post on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, all these different places. Offer a church to use my venue for free. So I'll let one church use it Sunday morning. I'll let one church use it Sunday evening. Yo, first 30 days is free. I would love for your congregation to come here, do worship and all of that stuff. And here's the thing, y'all. If you're charging them a stack amount, which is $250 a week, they only need 10 people to come to that church and give the pastor $25. So now the pastor going to be like, oh crap, you tell me I'm having church. Now every pastor, they're making the money that they give us from their tithes, generally from the people who come. So if you're giving us $250 a week, you just need 10 people to give you $25. Get 30 to 40 people there, bam. And then one thing that we used to do, we used to also market the church sometime. Hey, church on Sundays, pull up. Why? Because I know if people come, they might also give tithes and offerings which will also contribute to this
Keep the
customer.
church.
I keep the church. I'm rocking. So now you just and now some of them pastors or people going to be like, man, I want to continue on. Let's talk about the numbers to move forward. So again, I started kind of at the end, but I wanted to give you guys that because the game, soon as you get in the game, is how do I make this free? Free for me. I don't ever worry about my overhead because I know someone else is going to pay it. And then if I didn't have a church, I'm just going to have me 3 events at 700, right? So finding the space, guys, you're looking for high traffic areas. Generally areas on the cusp areas, right? So I'm from Philly. I wouldn't go get a space downtown Philly. The parking is bad downtown Philly, of course. And you're competing with hotels. You're competing with these big businesses, and your rent is $6 grand, $7 grand, $5 grand. You already pricing yourself out before you get in. So I'm looking for areas that are slightly on the cusp that's about to come up that I can still get in at a reasonable price. Another thing is you also can look for places in the ghetto. And another thing right now, you could be searching online, you could be calling realtors. There's a lot of spaces who some of my mentees recently got that already was spaces. I'm literally looking at a space right now in Atlanta that I might go get. It was a club. So it's already zoned for what I need it to be. It's ready to go. All I got to do is go down to the city, find out what their requirements are, and I'm right in there and just run renovations, and I'm in the game. So one strategy that I suggest now, looking for spaces that might already been spaces, and of course, this has to be a commercial space. I don't really get in the zoning and stuff because you have to see what your municipality, what's pretty much what you got to do through that city. Every city is different in how things operate with use permits, with zoning. But my suggestion is if you're finding a space that is already commercial, switching that over isn't going to be as much of a problem. And don't let me find a space that was already a venue.
That's easy game.
Yeah.
Most people venues close down because their inability to market. Marketing is easy for event spaces.
Wow.
I'm gonna transition a little bit, man. So since it's the hot topic right now, so what's the best way you think to monetize Clubhouse and print money from that?
Yeah, so what I've noticed about Clubhouse, I'm gonna give you guys my strategy, man. So most people gonna come on your stuff. Like most people right now, they're gonna come on your this particular podcast, and they're gonna hold information back. Like they go, oh man, I literally gave y'all keys on here that this is stuff that I really teach privately in my course, like where I'm like, I don't church play. I don't give those plays, but now my strategy is reverse. I go give you the game. I give you so much game where you like, yo, if you gave me all of that for free, what's behind that? Hey, I know you about to flame me now.
Yeah.
So what I do on Clubhouse, if you give me the mic, I'm going to flame it every single time. Most people, they coming on there, they're fluffing it. They going to go on there, well, you could go on Google, go on YouTube. When my ad guys come on there, I say, yo, bro, I'm about to give you a oop. He came on there. Yeah, well, you can go on Google. You could go on YouTube. Bro, get them the step 3 to setting up your own ads. Step 1 is do this with your ad. Step 2, go ahead and put a pixel on the account. Step 3, do your retargeting. Step 4, follow up. Step 5, set your butt. Like, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to make everybody know I'm an expert when they give me that mic, because now it's going to happen. All these people are going to follow me and they're going to come do business with me. Also on Clubhouse, what I know is you need to have a call to action in your bio. That first few lines, it needs to be something amazing about you. Whatever it is that you do, maybe some of your accolades. And then your next thing should be how you can help that next individual. So on mine, it's like join my free workshop, get a copy of my ebook for 50% off, DM me the word high level if you want to join my high level mastermind. So I'm telling you all the different ways that I can serve you and add value. I'm not just giving you, that's why I never go in here and give you 25 minutes of my story no more. I'm going to let you hear about me for like 2-3 minutes. People only want to know in 2021, yo, how can I get some paper? How can I get better? So my strategy I go in there and flame them. So I will be hosting my own rooms where I'm controlling the rooms. You bringing up who you want. I wouldn't be having 10, 20 people sometimes because you need to be able to talk more, I believe, starting out. One of the things that, and this worked extremely well for us, me and my brother Josh, we used to go in these Clubhouse rooms. We used to start a room and we didn't sell nothing. I'm talking about We still don't sell nothing on Clubhouse. We go in the room, value. As soon as you come on in person, I tell all the guests, we don't need your story. We just need you to flame the guests with answers. And that's it. When somebody come on, we don't want to hear your story. My question is, when someone asks us about mentorship, hey, we're not here today to sell mentorship. Everybody on this stage, they do offer different services. Reach out directly to them. From that thing, we were able to create a whole group text with some of the biggest names in the industry.
Wow.
Like we got with some of the biggest names in the industry adding value because they're like, oh crap, that was dope what y'all doing. So adding value is also building alliances. You got to see our call we did last night. We got Grant Cardone, Damon John, Billy Jean. We doing let the audience pitch how we got up there because my man Billy sees me as adding value to other people. And one of my other secret strategies that a lot of people, I pay to play.
Yes, sir.
One of the reasons why Billy is my guy. I went to his mastermind years ago. I paid whatever the cost was, and it was next to nothing. People are trying to get there fast on your own. Pay for information.
What next to nothing look like for the people who don't know?
Bro, you know what next to nothing was then, bro? I'm talking about this crap was, we flew to San Diego, Sprinter picked us up. We went to the office crazy. We went on a yacht crazy. Then we were around 10, 15 other high level people, bro. It was like 1,500. I don't even know why. I think he was just looking out for people.
Wow, that's basically free.
1,500.
It's free. And he doing it now for like $5. It's still cheap. But most people look at it like
cheap.
Yeah, for masterminds.
Like, yo, what is going to cost me? You know what I ask myself? What is it going to cost me if I don't do it?
Hey.
I don't ask myself no more what it costs. You're asking the wrong questions. How much is it going to cost if you don't do it? How much is it going to cost if you don't run ads for the next 365 days? It's going to cost you it being a lot more expensive in 2022. How much is it going to cost you to invest in your personal development for the next 365? You're going to be spending a year exactly where you are.
Wow.
I tell people all the time, invest it all in your personal brand. Invest it all in your business. And I just tell people literally what I do. I add as much value as I can. I pay to join groups. I pay for masterminds. And for me, y'all, I'm looking for the slight edge. A lot of people join groups, join masterminds, and they're looking for something transformational. We dropped some gems on here, but people are trying to find what's the big key.
Yeah, what's the secret? What's the secret?
The smallest gem is it.
Haven't heard yet. No, you gotta grind. You gotta be consistent. And for me, I'm looking, and I'll give you guys one more example. Most people aren't listening keen enough. Like, I'm listening to every word people saying. I'm trying to pull out that one gem that is applicable to me and my situation. So I pay for these events and masterminds for the slight edge. I just need to hear one. I know what one gem is worth to me if properly applied. So for me, I think I was talking about paying for. So I was listening to David Shan's podcast. An Instagram post. I'm telling you, I listened to the end of a lot of things. And he was just talking. Man, I'm trying to find a way to make money with no social media. And one quick way, you could just write you a curriculum. What you mean write you a curriculum? He said, write your curriculum to the schools. I hung up the phone. I called the only person I knew at the time who did curriculums, Jeremy Anderson. I'm like, yo, bro, man, I see you got the curriculum. Can you break down the game? This man gave me a session, like 2 hours. I still owe him bread for this session. Within 4 months, he gave me the blueprint, gave me everything. I got 3 curriculums done. I got a curriculum for 3rd to 5th grade, 6th to 8th, 9th through 12th, that we're going to license the schools $5,000 a year. And this is on a low end, 5-year minimum, 5-year contract, $5,000 per year to an entire school is 5 stacks. Or we could get 10 or 20. But now I'm guaranteeing $25,000 from each school. But this was from an Instagram post, but I decided to take action on it as soon as I heard him say it. Most people, they hear people say things and they don't never take action. It just sound good. And that's sometimes where Clubhouse is probably messing people up, because what happens is you become addicted to education and allergic to execution. You got all these notes. You like, what to do now? And you end up never doing that because you're paralyzed by all the information. So I tell people, you got to create a must-do list and start working on that thing every single day. I got a to-do list of things I got to get done this year, and I'm I'm chipping off at them every single day, and I'm just being determined. So I kind of went left, my bro, on the Clubhouse, but you're
good.
Hey, bro, you been flaming. You been flaming this boy, absolutely, man. So
hey, hold on, before you even get to that next question, Byron, listen, if I can get everybody in that's watching right now to hit that like button, listen, Nehemiah is killing it. He's destroying it with the games and the gems that he's dropping right now. Hit that like button, show some love. Byron, what we got next? Man?
Man, I love it. You touched, some on the basis about the Clubhouse, but I want you to talk about monetizing your genius. Right, we talk about printing internet money, but the importance of, because everybody on here, Neo's like you've been hearing, he's a serial entrepreneur, right? Countless businesses, and now we talking about being able to share your gift. You talk about that value, so let's talk about monetizing that genius.
Right. So, I hope y'all didn't hear that. It might be. No, I muted it for a second. Asked for some water because I'm getting hot.
Oh no, you good? Hey, go crazy.
So, monetizing your genius is one of my wealth questions. So I like to list out a few wealth questions. Now, one of them, and this could be the wealth question that could probably transform someone's life here, is this: what can I create once that will pay me forever? And I want, if you're listening to this, I want you to write that down. What can I create once that will pay me forever? What am I good at? What can I teach other people and potentially monetize that thing, right? And actually, you got to really ask yourself that. Some of you are extremely good at. Thank you. Sorry, fellas.
No, you good.
Oh man, you good, man. You spit the fire, man.
Yes, indeed.
I get it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so some of you are really good at what you do. Like, you need to package that up, whether it's an ebook, whether it's a course. So what am I good at, right? And what can I create once and pay forever? Here's the difference between a traditional business and an online digital business, right? Or where you're selling digital products, digital ebooks, digital courses. Most businesses, you got to do two things. You got to make the product, and then you got to still market and sell the product. I got to make the cheesesteak on the grill. I got to sell. Now I got to market to sell the grill. I got to go ahead and get the T-shirts printed. I got to do all the work to get the T-shirts done. Now I still got to market it and sell it. I got to go. That's what most businesses, I got to go do something first. The ebook, I only need you to do it once. The course, I only need you to do it once. I need you to go record it one time. I need you to go write the book one time. And now your job transitioning to all you now got to become is a good marketer. And also make sure that product is dope and delivering it. So one of the things I suggest right now, if you're creating a course, if you're creating a product, think about your customer. Right now, my book, 7 Steps to Turn Your Instagram into a Cash Machine. I didn't go in the book like, yo, guys, I'm going to tell you guys how I made millions of dollars using social media. Like, no. Here are the steps that you need to take right now to increase your income, impact, and influence. Do this, do this, do this, do this, do that. So when you are creating this product, the first thing you want to make sure you're delivering on exactly what the title is. It shouldn't be about you. It should be somebody's steps to getting here. It should be someone's laws to getting here. It should be a course to getting here. You should be giving your client and your customer a direct action. Like when they read the title, they should be able to do this when they're done with it, right? Mm-hmm. For example, it says printing internet money. If you watch this podcast, you watch this YouTube, I'm sure every episode they can go figure out how to do this because you guys are good at making sure you deliver a message to the people. So what I want everybody to do is go write a book. 5 steps, 3 steps, 7 steps, or getting something. Price the book at $20. Price the book at $30, price it at $10, price it at $100, and you just sell the books. The next thing that I suggest people to do, this is one of my signature strategies that I did for myself and plenty of partners, is called value content. You hire a filmmaker for a day, 2 days. You go ahead and you record 100 to 300 videos. And you can do 3 days. Actually, you can record all your videos for your course in one day. And then you can record another day with 100 to 200 1 to 3 minute clips. And all these videos are going to be videos you put out on your Instagram, on your Facebook, on your YouTube, positioning you as an expert, talking about different subjects. Where do I get the subjects to talk about? All the people who've been DMing you, asking you about certain things, film a video on it. Go on YouTube and search. Go to TubeBuddy. I think you can search some of the popular things that people are searching on. Go ahead on Facebook and Instagram. Do a poll. Hey, I'm about to film 50 new videos. What do you guys want? What do you guys want to hear about? So now you got them going to go do that. So now you got all the content you need to film. You go record all of this in a day. Now you got enough content for the next 3 to 6 months. But now every time you're posting it, you're giving the caption and then you're giving the CTA. Learn more about my ebook. Pre-order my ebook. Pre-order my course. Join my beta group where I'm going to teach you how to do X, Y, Z. In the next month, I'm dropping a program. Get on the waiting list after every video. But you're giving them so much value. They're like, man, I got to rock with him. Because here's the thing that you got to understand. Most people operate with scarcity. So they can't come on here like this and give this type of game because their fear is if I give them this game, why would they buy it? My strategy is I give you this game, you're going to be like, dang, I need more. And then they're also going to say this. You know why EYL is so popular? Because they come on there and they flame you with all this game for free, like all type of stuff that the culture has been missing forever. Like no one's just going on there just giving you game like this information been hidden. None of this stuff we doing is new. Mobile home parks ain't new. Event space ain't new. Trucking ain't new. Wholesaling real estate ain't new. They're industries that have been out probably 100+ years. But we are now being open to it because people are now sharing the information. For decades, we've been trying to hold it as if I hold this, I live in Philly and in Atlanta. I don't intend on getting an event space in Houston right now. I don't intend on getting one in New York. Why wouldn't I tell a fellow person how to go get it? So first thing you got to make sure you remove the scarcity mindset when it comes to giving your information. Give your best stuff away for free. Trust me. It's an inverse thing. People will be like, yo, if they're giving me this for free, what is behind the paywall? Trust me.
Right.
So you do that, and you can talk the book into a Timmy app, and then you can have somebody put it in a book format. You can go ahead and record the whole course. You can record the whole course, and now when you record the whole course, now what you're doing is now you got something to sell. I tell people record your course before when people start asking for it. I don't even care if you don't got nothing else done because now what happened? Now when people are hitting you up, now you actually got something to offer. People in your DMs about what you're good at right now, but you have nothing recorded, so you can't even give them nothing anyway. So I tell people go in there with that video guy, record it, and now just let's do simple math. And maybe somebody got to have a calculator. If you got a course that's $500, you sell 10 of them a month, you got $5,000 a month. Absolutely. You sell 20 of them a month, I think you got 10,000. Most people, they can replace their job income with $10,000 a month and be living nice for something you created one time. An ebook. You can sell an ebook for $10, $20, $30, $50. You sell 100 ebooks a month at $50, you got 5,000. 200 of them, 5,000. And again, you got to break that thing down. Ask yourself, how many I got to sell a day? How many I got to sell an hour? How many I got to sell a minute? I share some of my secret goals to be. I'm like, yo, bro, we know exactly what we need to make every day, every hour, every minute. In order to be prolific, you got to be specific. Too many people are vague with their goals. Yeah, I want to make $1,000. When you want to make it? How you want to make it? Who's going to give you that money? Absolutely. So I make sure I try to get as detailed as possible with my goals, but monetize your genius and just start. And a lot of people are like, oh, what if I don't know enough? You know more than that person who wants the information.
Absolutely. I wanted to ask you, so tell me this, Neo, what is your rationale or why would you say you've chosen to be in the business that you're in? Like what made you say, man, this is where it's at. I feel like everybody should be doing this. This is my lane. What gave you that special drive to get in the specific business or businesses that you in right now?
So the event space, someone said, hey, you should do it. I got a taste of that freedom, making 700, 800. And now how we operate and how I teach you is you don't got to show up to your space after a few months. Like it's fully automated, right? So when I realized that when you start making money that you don't got to work for, it does something to you. I'm talking about if you make $1,000 a month. Like I tell people, and this is probably a slow day. I'm just gonna look right for my ebook with today. Only made $953. Not a lot of money. I'm grateful, right? $953, right?
So no for a day.
Hey,
No
but what I'm saying is, I did physically nothing to receive that money. I'm talking about I didn't make a phone call. I didn't send out an email. I did zero. So when you start doing that and you get your freedom, you like, hold on. Y'all can't, nobody right $10,000 a day to go work a job for 8 hours. I'd rather make a stack a day and do nothing. So what I'm saying is, I got in the event space industry and got hooked because I'm like, oh crap, you tell me I can make I was traumatized from making $750 a month from my one tenant, hoping and praying and wishing she would pay me to start getting $700 for somebody using my venue 6 hours, and I'm paid 2 weeks before they walk through the door. And I know that customer is a marketer for me, and they're going to come back. Wow. So I got hooked. And then when someone told me, and I think Christina, I don't know what made me start teaching the event space. I think so many people start asking. So when I start teaching it and start seeing people get results, that does something else, because what I'm doing is I'm helping change people's future. I got one of my mentees. She's here in Atlanta. She's a school teacher. She's out right now. She's making $20,000 a month in the pandemic with her event space. She's a school teacher. She's making more in 2 months gross in her business than she make for an entire year. That does something to me. Knowing I'm watching some of my mentees who were just out here, who was selling weed in the street, to now they making 30, 40 grand a month off of the game that I gave them. That does something to me. So yes, I am compensated with money to be able to show people, and then a lot of it's still for free. But the thing, it ain't about the money anymore for me now. It's about the impact. I'm helping people change their trajectory. I know that young man is now going to teach other people. I know that young lady is about to fire her job and be on her own time. When you get a taste of your own time, that feeling of not clocking in,
it's different.
They got to work 65, 70 to get a pension for $3,000 a month. That does something to my spirit. My mom right now, my mom been retired for the last 7, 8 years. I don't know if I had to think that she had to do that till 65, 70, it's going to do something to me. So I got to go out here and make it happen. So for me, my drive is different. So once I see what it can do for me, but more importantly, what it do for others, it make me just want to go get it. I can't stop. Right?
Wow.
And then the other thing you said something, here's the real kick. I'm around a bunch of killers. Like the people I'm around. I mean, the people I'm around, it is nonstop. Like when I want to chill, I can't, because I know what they doing. And I don't want to get left. That's the real reason. When I hear what they doing, I'm like,
yo, you got
to get up and get moving, because everybody's making something happen. And then some of these rooms, I'm the dumbest person in the room. So I'm behind. And I'm be honest, y'all, and I'm not speaking to y'all, I'm speaking in general, to people in general. You got to get around a group of people sometimes where you feel uncomfortable. And if you're not in that group yet, you got to find that group. That might mean you got to pay. That might mean you got to join a group. It might mean you can't be the smartest person in your circle, because you're in the wrong circle. You're not in the circle, you're in a cage. You can't be around, you got to be around people who are charging you too. Most of us are around people who just plugging in us all day. Not us in general. Most people, they just, you getting drained. Who is charging you up? Who's giving you that? So I'm around individuals. One of my best friends, Josh, every day, this dude is relentless. He literally just texts me. He just got his new Lambo. Literally just texts me like, bro, he's the big boy this year. And it's literally a picture of him in front of a big behind apartment. Wait
a minute. So he ain't showing off the Lambo. He's showing off the asset.
Apartment building.
The background. Yeah, no, he's relentless. He's like, 150 units. He said, yo, I just called Pat. He did the math. We got to do this. I'm talking about this every day. I'm like, bro, take a break for it. He don't take a break. So when you got people like that on your line, I can't fall back, bro.
You
can't.
Most people not where they want to be because they don't got nobody on their head like that. When you get some people around you going after you, like, oh crap, I got to get uncomfortable.
Hey, straight.
They're too comfortable. That's the problem.
So listen, that's
Neil,
a
with
fact.
all this energy you got, all this information you got, all this talent you got, where you see yourself in the next 5 years, bro?
Man, that's a good question, bro. I gotta actually.
You might be on another planet, man. Shit.
Yeah. Listen, I'm on 55 countries, so I'm running. Now I'm not running out, but it's getting harder to go. I gotta find deeper countries, but that's a good question, man. I just want to continue to be free. I'm going heavy over these next 5 years on buying hard assets, which is real estate, mobile home parks, just different things to secure my family's financial future. Because I understand if something happens to me today, God forbid, it doesn't. But I don't think, meaning right now, we're working on getting it set up where the businesses and everything could continue to run, meaning digitally and all of that. But, I don't want them to have to depend on any of that. I want them to know, like, yo, we got 1,000 units that's producing 150 grand cash flow money. My wife and them do nothing for the rest of their life. I know my family's secure. And then our game is that, yo, I got this from Doug. In the will or the trust, you can't sell the brick. We're going to keep the brick forever. You know what I mean? Or the only way you selling it, you 1031 exchanging it to go ahead and upgrade. But I want to really create generational wealth. I want, like right now, I haven't looked at the recent Forbes list, but when I looked a few months ago, 4 people on the Forbes list, they've been on the top 20 Forbes list for the last 15, 20 years. And those 4 people are Sam Walton, owner of Walmart's kids. He created a legacy that even when, like, he hadn't been alive for 20 years. Wow. How is his kids still on there? They had a plan. Mm-hmm. So that's how I'm thinking, right? I'm not saying I'm going to be a billionaire. I would love to be a billionaire. I have no clue how that's going to happen yet. I'm pretty sure
you're going to get there, bro.
Somebody going to give you a suggestion. Somebody going to give you another suggestion.
So it's going to happen, but that's what I'm on. I want to make sure my family good for generations from now, where, man, I'm like, yo, grandpop set us up right. I want them to talk about stories about, yo, grandpop set us up with this, with that. Like my daughter won, man. My daughter ain't gonna know what a college is. My daughter gonna know we own a college. Wow. Yo, you run the college. You got your own university, right? Wow. That's the next time I'm on. Like, she won't know what getting a job is. You don't get a job, you provide a job.
Yo.
Only way you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer. My daughter turns 1 on the 23rd. We dropping her own digital products. And every year on her birthday, she get a new asset that's going to pay her. So on her birthday, we're going to sell 30 digital products. 100 people at least going to spend $30 with her. She going to make $3,000 on her birthday. We're going to flip that to go get more assets and more assets and just keep building it up. That's what type of time I'm trying to be on. Not trying, working for you.
Absolutely. Neo, matter of fact, now that you've spoken on that, tell me this, man. What is that balance like for somebody that's doing so many things, that's making so many things happen, running up a massive bag while doing so, right? Every time I see you, I see you on social media all the time. You working hard. You always providing value. Balance. How does that? What is those conversations?
I need to know that.
Like? Yeah, man. What are those conversations
honest,
like?
Bro, I'm not too good with balance, bro. I be grinding. I think really having a significant other to understand you. Like, my life is entrepreneurship. It is what it is. It's been like this forever. Because I didn't have another way to eat. Like, so I've been like this really the last 14 years. Because literally, the only reason why I'm here, y'all, it has to work or it has to work, but I literally removed plan B. Like, most people will start something. All right, guys, if it's like an actress or an actor moving to LA. If it don't work, I'll just do. You already are out of the game when you're telling yourself if it don't work. When I got fired, I said, I'm never going back. I will do anything not to go back to a job. So that has never, in the last 14 years, y'all, it hasn't even resonated one time where I'm like, times is really rough right now. I have my mind, just even saying it now, it can't resonate going back. Like, it can't, my mind don't recognize the word can't, it don't recognize certain things that it rejects because it's foreign to my mind. It's like me trying to speak Chinese. My mind can't even understand how to say hi yet. It's the same thing. I can't understand defeat. I don't care if I'm failing. I'm not throwing that towel in.
Absolutely.
So for me, I don't really know balance. I think what helps me is having a significant other who's just like, I'm kind of down for everything. It's like with me, where I'm at in my life, you got to get down and lay down. You got to get with the program or you can't. So one thing that I'm trying to improve as a husband and get better, but one thing that's working for me is now this changed the game for me in my relationship. Because I moved to Atlanta, I was just getting busy, bro. I wake up at 8, 9. I come in every day at 10, 11 every day. My wife like, yo, where you going? So now I just invite my wife everywhere. Like, yo, I'm going here. You want to come?
You want to go? You want to go?
It makes it much better.
She ain't trying to go everywhere now.
Right, now with my friends, now with her. So if you with me, I don't even need balance. You right here with me. So like it is. My life is fun though. I love what I do. Like I don't even honestly like right now. This is work, but I love it. This ain't really work to me. I'm just kicking it with some homies, giving the people some game right now. I'm feeling good about this.
Man,
yo, Neil. So
go ahead, Neil.
Quick little question: Why the move from Philly to Atlanta?
Bro, so for me, I moved from Philly to Atlanta, bro. I tell people this: it's power in proximity. It's power and proximity. So me moving here allowed me to be around more people like me. So you guys know I got a Lambo, I got a Rolls Royce, and I can't have that in Philly, bro. Facts. They pull up on you in Philly. They finding where you live, what you do. It's a little different in Philly. They
that's life right
there. So in Atlanta, it's like I'm in a Lamborghini group with 40 people here with Lamborghinis. It's some regular crap here. And let me give you, I got here. Shout out to my brother, him 500. He got the Rolls Royce first. I was chilling. He got it on his birthday. I was chilling. I never got it. I've been one. It was my dream car. He picked me up. All right, bro, let's go to the dealer. Like every day he picked me up. I'm under the stars. I don't let no man drive me around, bro, in your car, and I ain't got one. And knowing this was my dream. So he was a motivating factor for me and just the people I'm around. I'm going to these car rallies. All these people got these cars. I'm like, I didn't buy that car for marketing. I bought that car because I said I was getting a Bentley 15, 16 years ago. It was my dream. When I'm 16, I'm putting in the envelope Bentley. 18 when I'm working, I'm putting Bentley. I'm putting $5 a day. It was a dream of mine, and I upgraded my dream 2-3 years ago when I went to Miami. So I didn't do that car. People are like, yeah, you're throwing that car. I did that for me. I didn't do that for y'all. Like I didn't do this just for some marketing. I did that. I had to make that, let a kid know you can come from the hood, have a dream, and go get it. So to answer your question, I came to Atlanta because I'm around a bunch of go-getters. Everybody is hungry. At any given time, I could be with 20, 30 entrepreneurs, everybody playing it at high levels. And I wasn't able to technically do that in Philly. I couldn't just call 30, 40 people and get busy, like people really going after it. And for me, just being around this type of environment just make me go harder. I could get with my boys at any moment. Like we out, we doing hair, we flying on the PJ here. We just be doing some crazy crap. And I was like somewhat by myself in Philly. Like I was with people, but I only could call 3 people with farms in Philly. And my mentor got 3 of them, and my other mentor I couldn't call some homies and like, yo, let's do this. Let's pull up. Let's go and fly a PJ over to here. In Atlanta, all right, bet, yo, PJ.
Could do it right now.
Here.
And tell me that. Matter of fact, now that you're speaking to that, what did that Steve Harvey piece do for you, man? What would you say that Steve?
Which one was it? The Hoodie Awards or me being on the show?
Being on the show.
Yeah, so I got on the show, ironically, and this brings it to one of my favorite strategies is it's called Give Your Gift Away. And I was on that show because I won something called the Neighborhood Awards, and it's called the Community Leader. They gave us $30,000 for it. It was like the last award that you win. Year 1, I lost, absolutely devastated. One of my mentors said I should run. She told me about a week prior, I lost. Year 2, I won, right? Praise God. and it was just an award, which was crazy to me. But I told Steve Harvey on that stage, I said, yo, you don't know this yet, but you're going to be my mentor. He's like, I'll be your mentor right now. Blah, 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 blah. We never linked from that moment. We linked since, but I'm saying at that moment, we didn't link. But one of the young ladies there was, shout out Patrice Washington, Seek Wisdom on Instagram. She's the truth. She said, man, listen, if you don't connect with Steve, I got you. So I remember her saying that. About a year later, I'm like, man, I'm about to propose to my lady. I wanted to do it big. I was just going to do it on a Philly news station. I DM'd her like, hey, Patrice, what's good, sis? Man, I wanted to see if you could set it up and see if I could propose to my lady on Steve Harvey's show. Right? And what happened was she hit me back. Steve Harvey and her manager, her husband, which was her manager, was in Africa. So she couldn't even hit them. She went directly to the producer. Producer hit me. That we got it. I'm telling you, they flew me and my entire family out. But my wife still don't know this, right? But I tell everybody, they paid for the ring. I mean, they paid for I didn't pay for nothing.
Go status. That's the go.
Our engagement like 50 to 75 racks. They flew the entire family out, picked us up. It was crazy. Gave us wardrobe, just rolled out the carpet for us. And Maxwell, they say, yo, what you want for what type of gift you want? I said, man, one of my dreams is I want to land on a helicopter and walk to the door. They said, you can do that with a helicopter. But they said, that Maxwell, we going to get Maxwell here then. So Maxwell come and sung at the darn thing. But she told me, you never know who has the power to bless you. She said, I only blessed you or made this connection because I seen all the value in the way you're helping all these other people. A lot of people don't know I didn't become a fluent entrepreneur because I'm smart or this dope entrepreneur. The reason why it was in all my publications, like when I got a lot of people pay for all these articles and stuff on Instagram to get the verification check, I didn't have to do that because for years I've been getting all of these articles, but they're not writing articles on me because I'm this dope, cool entrepreneur. They was writing them articles specifically because of the philanthropic arm that I had. For me, homeless people for years, 7-8 years, every Monday, we never missed a Monday. For taking thousands of kids on a ski trip, 13 years of providing Christmas for kids, providing for all these different people. So karma is really good. The crap is true. So I serve my way to success. Some of my mentors I have now, ET and all of them, I couldn't pay for the mentorship. I added value to them. When I went and kicked it with Barack and Michelle at the White House and bought my mom, the only reason why I went because a young lady said, I talked to for an hour, giving her the nonprofit game. I didn't know she was Michelle Obama, one of her right hands. So she hit me 2 weeks. Would you like to come to the White House? So some of the things I'm doing, you can't pay to go in the White House and just kick it with Barack and Michelle, right? You can't pay to do the engagement thing. So one of my secrets, and I don't talk about it because it's not cute, serve your way to success.
Wow. You know what?
Everything happened.
Real quick, if you could do us a favor, and I think this is going to help a lot of people in the audience, a lot of striving entrepreneurs, because I think, one thing I've learned, and I think I did a gratitude Sunday on it too, and it speaks on how a lot of people think of greed, they think of scarcity, they think of taking, right, before they think of giving. Okay, the last 2 weeks, we just gave away money. We gave away money to invest in people's businesses. We gave away thousands of dollars, plus courses, plus resources. For the last 2 weeks, we've just been giving. And, the thing about it is, what is your philosophy, Neo, when it comes to the giver's mindset? Like, and also, why do the giver seems to always be the one who ends up winning? But a lot of people don't understand that sometimes that giver is a giver before they even start receiving. So speak to that dynamic, please speak to that.
Bro, like I've been giving for years, and I started because my mom told me I didn't have no choice. I mean, my mom on my line, like a lot of the giving people don't even see. We just spent $7-8 grand. Somebody's like paraplegic. We put like a generator because their lights keep shutting off. So we put a generator in it. Your mom got to lift them up, and it's like a whole lot of work. So a lot of the giving we do, my mom, hey, I want to do this month. This is every week she's on my line. Like, she got a new idea. So we're not doing it for tax write-off purposes, none of that, because a lot of it don't even get reported. We just do it. So my mom just instilled in me, yo, you got to give. You got to give back. And she's been telling me since I was a kid that. But as an adult, she said, hey, son, you making money in your business. And when I really think about it, I wasn't. But Lee's making like $50 a day, $10 profit a day. Crazy. She said, we need to give back. So I've been giving back every year since then because it's been instilled in me. So I don't want nobody like, yo, let me just start giving back because I heard what Neil said. I might give back because it's just good. We need to try to help and add value to other people, especially how it is in this world where you got a lot of hate. You got a lot of hopeless. People are hopeless. Like, they don't even know it's possible. So just be of a service to people. Like, and don't do it. The law of reciprocity states you're going to get back. You're going to get it back. And it's just a law. You're going to get it back, but don't do it because you think you're getting it back. I just do it because it make me feel good and I'm helping somebody. If it come back, it come back. But if B asks me for a favor, I'm not doing it. And I'm like, yo, people like, yo, I just donated to my man, Dora. She having something. I sent $250 over. I owe you, bro. You don't owe me nothing. I just did that because I wanted to do it. So I think a lot of people they be trying to do stuff to have something later. Oh yeah, I did this for him. He owed me this now. I owe you nothing. You don't owe me nothing, and vice versa. Don't do it if it's an ulterior motive. If you giving back, if it's strategy, marketing, do what you don't. Do that. But I'm saying in general, don't think now you're going to start giving it miraculous stuff. I feel like me had been a compound of 12, 13 years. A lot of people see me now, Lamborghini, Rolls Royce. Y'all didn't see 14 years ago, man. Y'all didn't see me riding. My wife, we riding around in the truck where she didn't even have no seat. I had to spray paint the darn windows because I couldn't afford the tent. They didn't see me when I'm sitting there at 2, 3 in the morning, scrap metal out, trying to make 10, 20, $30 so I can make sure we good, gas and other things. Most people don't see that. They just see now. So what I need people to see, I need you to start seeing your journey where you are, incorporate giving back in your journey, but realize that you're going to get to wherever you got to go. And another thing, and I don't want to be on topic, but never hate. So many people be hating, man. Like, what you don't understand when you're hating, you're basically telling yourself you don't deserve those things that you hate on another individual about.
Absolutely.
I will never ever. I don't even got the energy. When I know somebody getting some bread that I ain't getting, I'm trying to figure out how. I'm not saying how are they doing this, meaning like it's not possible. I'm happy for them. Now how I'm going to go get it. That's the type of energy you got to put out. Put out the energy that you want brought back to you. Add value, give back, and just put work in every single day. And it's a guaranteed way you're going to be successful.
Absolutely.
Bro, listen. This is my favorite episode right here, bro.
Absolutely.
This is my favorite episode, bro. Everybody in the comments, I want y'all to really drop. You got to put hearts, fire signs. You got to flame up these comments right now.
Yeah, and hit that like button too, man.
Bro, Neo, listen. The reason we call you Neo because you the one, bro.
No,
you the one,
man.
bro. You the one, bro. You know, and you know what honor, you know, it's dope to call you, you know what I'm saying, my brother, man, you know, and it's just I'm lost for words, man. You know, and not only just from the value that you give, but to see your journey. And again, to see, I saw this before I even met you, right? And to meet you in real life, and it's just like, yo, this brother is a solid guy. Like I didn't, you know, I had no expectations, but when I tell y'all, when you meet Neo, it's people have an aura about them, and in real life, you immediately feed off that, right? And when I say that in a good way, he pours so much value into me. Like my business has definitely 2x just because gems Neo has given me in July when I first met him, right? And literally, you know, I mean, I can keep going on and on, bro. But when I tell y'all, man, bro, thank you again so much, man. I know the people. My homegirl texted me and said she has a page full of notes. That's the type of episodes that we want to have, man. You know, and I thank
Yeah,
you
bro,
again.
when I come on here, I want to give game, bro. Like I ain't giving you no fluff. I want to give somebody some actionable things they could go ahead and run something up with. Because I understand if you're able to do that, you're able to impact your family life and now impact somebody else.
Wow.
Facts, man. When I tell you, bro, thank you so much, man. Like I said, I mean, I can't listen. We normally have like last things to say, bro. But this is the joint we could drop the mic and leave off
And be good.
Yo, for real. The value add was crazy. Man, make sure y'all destroy that like button. Destroy that like button. We need this one to get out to as many people as possible because I really feel like a lot of people are going to be helped with the replays. Rewatch this video again. You feel me? Neo poured his soul out on this one. So man, I'm just excited, man, and I'm glad to finally just get a chance to just talk to you, Neo, man, because you really
Bro.
made an impact on tonight, man. I know that for a fact.
I'm happy I was able to do it when be over the info. I say, yeah, I'm there, bro. You ain't say no more. I'm ready. I'm ready to rock. Just tell me what the title is. That's all I need. I'm ready. He said, yeah, I'll write some questions up, bro. I don't need no questions. When it ain't no rehearsal. You know what I'm saying? We ready to rock.
Absolutely.
Thanks, man.
Hey, man, we grateful to have you for sure, man. And like Byron said, I'm happy that you're here.
Oneil,
got to speak.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I've been watching your content for a minute, man. We appreciate you for sure.
Hey guys, I appreciate y'all for having me, man. For sure. Looking forward to doing it again, man. Printing some of this internet money, as y'all say.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Let's get it, man.
We'll make sure.
Yes, sir.
Well, Byron, you want to take us out, man? Or you want to let Neo take us out?
Ultra.
Man, you know what? Hey, Neo, give us like a 30-second bar, man. You know what I'm saying?
So I'll say this.
Let them start their 2021 off right.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So first off, man, I appreciate y'all having me on, man. Y'all please definitely stay connected. I would love to keep adding value. But listen, what I'm gonna say to you guys is, listen, if you got a goal, you got a dream, now is the time that you really need to begin to take action. My goal is very simple in 2021 is you need to focus on getting better by 1% every single day. The second thing you need to focus on is dating yourself every single day. Pick an hour or 2 hours a day. Tap in on your goals and your dreams. Tell your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, I cannot be disturbed during this time. I'm locking in because it's about generational wealth. And I'm going to be the person who's going to transform my entire family life. And if you operate with that, you're going to win. And the final thing I'm going to leave you guys with this. Change your mindset that every single day, put it on your screensaver that today is January 1st. And the reason why I tell you that is January 1st is because when you think it's January 1st, you're talking about New Year's resolutions, you got new goals, you got new financial goals, you got new health goals, and you are pumped up to ready to make it happen. So if you can change your psyche to believe that every single day, that's how you're going to go get it, you're going to be able to grind. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Go chase your goals, go chase your dreams. And the only reason why you won't make it happen is because of you. Be a person who executes on this information, right? Don't become addicted to education and allergic to execution. Everybody who I know is massively successful is not because they're that much smarter than you. It's because they execute more than you. So I want you to be that person who's going to execute more than anybody you know. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Oh, dope.